Good afternoon, Western Washington, and happy Saturday. I'm Matthew Fab with Western Washington Weather, and today we're going to take a look at the smoke, thunderstorm, and heat forecast for Western Washington over the next couple of days. So taking a look here at the UW satellite, you can see a lot of smoke aloft over the entirety of Western Washington, with making for some very hazy skies and a very red sun today. And you can see these clouds moving up through the Cascades. That is due to some instability that could bring a chance of thunderstorms for the Cascades and the Olympics over the next couple days. And you can see the marine layer off the coast here bringing some clean air out there. So here is the purple air quality map. You can see, as I was saying, that clean, really nice clean air along the Washington coast, and then some nice clean air as well along the San Juan Islands and some of Whidbey Island and some areas along the Strait of Juan de Fuca. However, anywhere else across Western Washington is likely in the moderate category for air quality, especially some areas near the mountains, such as up here in Whatcom County, and then along the Cascade foothills in the Puget Sound area. And then in the Cascades themselves, also in the moderate category, same in the Portland and Vancouver metro area, and then Eastern Washington in the moderate category to the unhealthy category, depending on where you are. Now let's take a look real quick at our overall pattern. The ridge that we have been watching over the last few days is going to be moving out of the area, allowing us to cool down some. You can see this little low right here that could bring some of that thunderstorm chance, though that is pretty weak. And as you can see, that ridge moves off through Sunday, and then we do start to introduce some troughing, and by Tuesday, the European model is showing a significant trough here that could bring some cooling and maybe some rain, so we got to watch that over the next couple days, so stay tuned for that. Now let's take a look at the smoke. You can see heavy smoke aloft over the entirety of Western Washington right now, and you can see some of that is maxing out the scale, actually, of what colors this forecast shows, so that's just how heavy it is. And as you can see, we go through today, more smoke plumes off the fires in southwest Washington and in Oregon, and that brings even more smoke aloft through tonight into Sunday. And then as you can see, as we go through Sunday afternoon, that smoke starts to push off to the east as westerly winds move in off the ocean and start to clean us out here. You can see by the time we get to, this is now 8 o'clock Sunday night, we have most of this heavy smoke has moved off into eastern Washington. You do have a smoke plume possible off of the Huckleberry Ridge fire there in the Willapa Hills, and then we still have some moderate smoke aloft over western Washington. However, as we go through early Monday morning here, you can see by the time we get to about 5 a.m., western Washington is almost completely clear of that smoke aloft. Now, a similar trend is expected with the surface smoke here. As you can see, we go throughout all of today, and that surface smoke just remains. It will be heaviest really in Cowlitz and Clark counties and Skamania County as well. That will be bringing some unhealthy air quality down there. Most of western Washington, though, will remain in the moderate category, and that will continue all the way through about mid-morning or early afternoon Sunday, and then you can see that the marine air starts to erode that smoke. You can see most of the coast is clear. It's clear in Olympia by 4 p.m. there, and then as we go to about, this is 11 p.m., you can see western Washington almost completely clear except down in southwest Washington, but even that area will be clear of smoke by the time we get to early Monday morning as all that surface smoke pushes off into eastern Washington and the Cascades. So now let's take a look at that thunderstorm potential here. You can see a good chance of lightning on the European model here for the Olympics today, and then you can see also a chance of lightning over the Cascades. That continues into this evening. And then as we go through tomorrow afternoon, you can see a really good chance of lightning there for some of the Cascades and the Olympics, and that continues into Sunday evening before diminishing and moving east. So the one thing to keep in mind with all of these thunderstorms here is that there's not going to be very much rain, so this will be dry lightning if there is a lot of lightning in some of these storms, and that could start some more fires as it is pretty dry out there with some low humidity. So we need to watch that closely over the next couple days, as that could impact things in the days ahead depending on if there are any new fires. So now let's take a look real quick at temperatures. As you can see today from the National Blend of Models, we're looking at highs in the upper 70s to mid 80s from Seattle northward, warmest of course away from the water and in those mountain valleys. From Seattle southward, highs in the mid to upper 80s. However, smoke could keep us in the mid 80s and maybe even in the upper 70s for areas from Seattle northward. And then on the coast, highs in the upper 60s to low 70s. Sunday, you can see a lot of cooling across the area. Highs in the mid 70s to low 80s from Seattle north, and upper 70s to low 80s from Seattle south, and then in the mid to upper 60s on the coast. However, with some of that smoke aloft, highs could remain in the upper 70s for most of the area. And for the Seahawks game tomorrow, we're likely looking at moderate air quality and highs in the upper 70s. And then as we go into Monday, you can see even more cooling from Seattle northward, highs in the upper 60s to low 70s, Seattle southward, highs in the mid 70s, and then on the coast, highs in the mid to upper 60s. So stay tuned for more on our temperatures and that trough coming in over the next couple days, as we will see what that will bring. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and share these videos. That's the best way to help Western Washington weather grow. Stay tuned for more, and I'll talk to you all tomorrow.